said I love you. You didn't say anything. You don't want me? You don't love me too?
Girl, I'm not doing this with you right now, okay?
Okay, y'all, so let's get right past the pleasantries because we're about to talk about All the Queen's Men, episode 13, The Target, y'all, because this episode was crazy. Now, your girl, Madam, is going to tell Doc that the only reason why he's breathing is because of what happened to Amp. You already know she jumped the gun with Amp, and she's not about to do the same with Doc. Now, we all know that Doc rides for Madam, so it's good to know that Madam actually is going to take a step back and really think about this before she completely reacts. Now, meanwhile, Casanova is making friends with Trouble because we all know that Trouble is not feeling Casanova. She thinks there's something sketch about him. She doesn't like the way he moves, and you already know she always in somebody's business, so of course she out here messing with him, trying to figure out what he up to. Now, I think in this very moment is when we realize that our suspicions about Casanova were correct, that he is definitely working for the cops, that he is up to something. Now, this won't come to the light until a little bit later, but when he was sitting there listening to those earphones, I'm like, dude, you listening to the wiretap? Like, this is so freaking obvious. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. It was just way too convenient that he's listening to headphones at the same time that this wiretap just happens to be on Doc's jacket. Yeah, okay. So anyway, y'all, in true Tommy fashion, he comes in to stop the commotion, and then he ends up taking that recording because Tommy is a bully, you know, and he was like, look, I got a new toy. Now, your girl Trouble is just not feeling Casanova at all, and she thought that he was going to hit her in that moment, and you already know Trouble likes to cause trouble, so she not about to let this go, and this will escalate eventually. Now, y'all, Madam finally said something that ain't reckless for once. Now, she's going to tell Blue about the whole situation with the wiretap, and of course, Blue and Tommy ain't feeling this at all. They already ready to go and get Doc, but Madam knows better. She knows that Doc is not out to get her. She knows that Doc would not flip on her. But of course, Tommy and Blue, they ride for Madam, and even the slightest bit of any type of betrayal, they already ready to go. So anyway, y'all, Madam is going to tell them that they have to move smart, that they have to watch their back, they have to watch their moves. Now, Tommy is going to make a point, and he's going to be like, look, you know, we still have an issue. We still have a problem. He thinks that El Fuego is the weak spot, and he doesn't trust him. Now, to be completely honest, you know, he actually has a point. I do feel like Fuego is the weak spot. And if he ever finds anything out, he is not going to ride for them the way that everybody else does. So, you know, Madam is going to tell him, like, look, go and pay him a visit, go talk to him, go see where his head is at. And of course, in true Tommy fashion, your boy is just out here talking about, you want me to go talk to him? I mean, you want me to go talk to him? I'm just like, Tommy, go talk to him. Like, he just always doing the most. But keeping it real, y'all, Tommy is somebody that you would want to have on your team because he's always going to be ride or die. He not really going to ask no questions. He just going to do what he got to do. Now, yeah, is he a live wire? But at the same time, you always know that he going to be down for Madam no matter what. So meanwhile, y'all, back at the warehouse, Dexter is being the weirdo that you absolutely think he is. I mean, this dude is so freaking weird. Now, first of all, he thinks that he's just going to be able to get at Madam and that it's not going to be any issue. I mean, dude, she walked into a hospital. She pushed your brother out of a window and she didn't even blink or think twice. This was a very public place. So what makes you think that it is going to be this simple to get at Madam? And Amp tries to warn him. Now, Amp does go a little bit further and tell him, like, look, let me tell you a secret. I hate her too, and I can take you to her house because her coming to you is not gonna be good for you. But if you catch her by surprise, and I'm just like, really, Amp? Like, I hope this is just your way of, you know, trying to play some mind games, because you already know that this wouldn't end well for anybody. Because even if they did pull a whole surprise on her and got to her in some sort of way, I just feel like Madam would find her way out of this, and then all of y'all would be dead. Like, you would actually be dead this time, Amp. So I really feel like he was just saying this as a way to kind of get into Dexter's head a little bit, because I don't think he believed that himself. So anyway, y'all, after the boys leave, Dexter's true perverted, sicko, weirdo side actually comes out, and he lets Amp know the only reason why he hasn't killed him yet is because he basically want to bend him over, y'all. And I'm just like, okay, Dexter. So meanwhile, y'all, Tommy goes to talk to El Fuego, and he actually tries to talk to him, y'all. Like, I'm so proud of Tommy because Tommy didn't go try to kill him. He just went and talked to him. Now, El Fuego is going to end up telling him that he wants to stop dancing and that maybe he can work the bar or something. Now, you know, your boy Tommy, in true Tommy fashion, of course, pulls out those darn cookies, you know, Grandma Eden's recipe, and he tries to offer El Fuego some, but he's like, nah. But I just love Tommy's dialogue here. I love how Tommy really tries to go and do what Madam asked him to do, and of course, I love the fact that he pulled out these cookies. So anyway, y'all, El Fuego says that, you know, he doesn't really know anything and that he doesn't want to know anything. All he wants to do is just work there. That's it. So it feels like Tommy gets what he needs from El Fuego, and he lets him know, hey, Madam wants to talk to you a little bit later. And he also leaves him those doggone cookies, y'all. I'm just like, Tommy and these doggone Tommy is the cookie monster, y'all. So meanwhile, y'all, your girl Madam is realizing that she needs some new dancers with Babyface out, and of course El Fuego is out. Madam says, hey, we need to get some new blood up in here. So of course Blue is going to volunteer her services because she's already on top of it, and she's like, she's going to go check out the spot where Babyface is at and try to poach some new dancers. Now Madam is also going to let Dime know that she has been trying to call Amp, but he's not answering the phone, so she's just going to go pay him a visit. Now meanwhile, your girl Blue has made it over to the party where Babyface is at, and she is going to see something that she likes. She's going to go over to this dancer, and his name is going to be Big D, y'all, and he is from Texas, and y'all already know everything is definitely bigger in Texas. Shout out to Texas. Now y'all already know Babyface immediately thinks that he's getting replaced because this is just how Face is. So anyway, Madam is going to make it over to Amp's place, and when she gets to Amp's place, she's going to notice that there's nobody there. She's also going to notice that things look out of place. She's going to end up calling girl Diamond. She's gonna be like, look, did you do this? And she's like, nah, I didn't do it that bad. So they're gonna know that something is going on. Now when they're getting ready to leave, of course Corey is gonna make some noise. Now if you don't remember Corey is that little chick that Amp had over that he met at the club, and she is still hiding in that bathroom, y'all, like still hiding. So they're gonna get her out of the bathroom, and Corey's gonna tell them that she was told that she couldn't leave or that they would kill her. Now Corey is gonna further explain that they told her to tell Madam that she is the reason why they have Amp, and it's all because of what she did to their brother. Now, Madam is going to immediately know who it is, and she's going to know that it's those doggone junkyard people, and she is going to be ready to go, y'all. But what I found the most interesting is how she told Tommy to get her purse, and the way Tommy put that purse on his arm, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. That one right there took me all the way out. Tommy is such a fool. But anyway, back at the club, Madam is gonna let Dime know, like, hey, we know where Amp is and that the junkyard people have him. Of course, Dime is gonna freak out, and I'm just like, Dime, calm all the way down. It is gonna be okay. Just let Madam handle this. Now, y'all, your girl cannot go one step further in this whole recap and review without mentioning this doggone dance that your boy Doc did, because Doc was feeling it. You know, Doc is real emotional right now, and when he was out there on that stage, he was just letting it all go, and I was here for it. I was here for all of it. So anyway, y'all, just do yourself a favor and go watch that scene again. Now, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all that the junkyard people did end up coming to see Madam, and they did talk to Blue, and Blue has kind of got them on ice, just sitting and waiting to talk to Madam. Now, Madam is going to spot the detective over there in her VIP section, just living it up, just checking out the show, just watching all the stuff go down. Now, what's so funny about this whole scene is that she actually has all of her girls with her, and when I tell you that they was looking so out of place, I mean, they was looking a hot mess, sitting up there looking like they really was about to go to church, y'all. I don't even know if you call it church. I mean, they was just doing too much. But Madam is like, look, I mean, you in my VIP section, so you gonna have to buy some bottles. And then the detective lets her know, like, look, it's about $2,000 a bottle, and we can only afford one pretty much. So Madam just lets them know, look, hey, if you're not buying bottles, you can either go to that bar, or better yet, you can just leave. And so they choose the latter and choose to leave. And all I'm going to say is go and look at that scene when they're walking up the steps. And I promise you that one chick that's trying to walk up the steps and she just struggling to get up them steps in them heels, y'all, I about fell out. Sometimes it's just a little thing. Okay, so last but certainly not least, and probably one of the most explosive scenes scenes that we've seen on this particular episode is when Miss Patty shows up. I mean, and she does her dance and she does her thing. You know, she show up in true Patty fashion because she already stalking your boy. I mean, like, she just know everywhere that he is. And she just tells Face, like, look, I need to talk to you. Like, come bend me over the balcony. I just want to talk to you. And I'm just screaming at the TV like, Face, do not take your dumb ass out there. Do not go outside. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like, Face, just stay where you at. Just do you. Just drink your wine and keep dancing for old girl. But no, Face just, for the life of me, I do not understand him. Like, I do not understand him. If somebody keeps showing you who they are over and over again, if she keeps putting you in these effed up situations, why do you keep falling for this mess? Like, seriously. So anyway, he take his dumb ass outside and they're talking, and looks like the conversation is going fine until Patty like just flips the script and she wants him to tell her that he loves her and all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, he don't love you. If he don't love you, he just don't love you. Like, let it go. Like, you living in this delusional world. Like, I just don't get it. So anyway, this whole situation just kind of escalates and gets out of control when Patty starts putting her hands on Babyface. And for whatever reason, he just can't take it. And he ends up slapping her. And y'all, Miss Patty just falls to her death. And this is how that episode's end, y'all. So R.I.P. to Miss Patty, because she is gone. So anyway, it feels like everybody is catching bodies left and right, y'all. I mean, Midnight already has some bodies. Doc, of course, has bodies. And now your boy Babyface has a body as well. I mean, all that's left is for El Fuego to get his own body. And we all know that he's a little green, so it may not happen. But you never know. He might get in some sort of effed up situation and accidentally kill somebody. And then, of course, he'll have a body. And then everybody is going to be indebted to Madam, because we all know that she is going to be the one to always save them and have their back. So that's what's up with All the Queen's Men, episode 13, The Target, y'all. Now look, if you like this video, please make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. And do not forget to turn on those notifications so that you can be notified every time I upload an All the Queen's Men video. Now YouTube tells me that you might just like this video next, so make sure to go ahead and check it out. Until next time, guys, peace.